Woo! Welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming in. Still got my Discord up over here. How's everyone doing today? Welcome into the show here Monday. Normally I don't do a stream today, but I was trying to think about, I've been really super busy, and I've been trying to think about some what I need to do for my next tutorial video. I'm trying to put out like useful, helpful 3D animation art tutorial videos every Tuesday. And I couldn't think of anything, but then I thought of something. I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just jump on and hang out with the community while I'm also recording my show. Recording the tutorial. So that's what I'm gonna do in addition to hanging out with all of you that have joined me here today. Welcome on in and thank you so much for coming in. What's Webfoo? What's going on? It's Monday. I mean, it sucks. I'm sorry. Has your Monday been that bad today? I'm sorry, sister. Well, come on and I'm gonna give you some woos to try to cheer you up here today. Woo! Beautiful day it is in this neighborhood. Over here, sorry it isn't so beautiful for you. Like I seriously hate YouTube for streaming. Sorry, a negativity. You hate YouTube for streaming. I like it for one reason. I think, like, I don't know, non-game streaming, it's pretty cool. I guess that's, and I guess here's the reason why I say that. Because I could never like do anything like 3D art related over on my channel that I started on YouTube, or I'm sorry, on Twitch, because everyone expected gaming, right? How do I host? I don't think, can you host? I don't even know how to do that. I don't know. I don't even know how to do anything over here on YouTube. I'm still learning. All right. So let's get some music. What am I doing, man? Nobody's going to stay in this fail stream here. They're not going to do it. Why did that not come up? Can't even get anything working over here today. But, oh, there we go. All right. So, let's get some music in here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know if you can hear the music and if it's too loud or my voice is too loud or what. Sometimes when I go back and I play the stream here that I'm doing on YouTube, it seems to me like the music's a little bit loud, but I don't know, right? How do I host? You're hosting yourself here on the platform. I love it, sister. But what I was going to tell you is that, I think Twitch is great for, especially if you want to grow into like a major, massive success. Twitch is the place to be. Anything else, I find that questionable. well, I'm not saying that you can't find some success with other things on YouTube. Twitch, but I don't know. I think the diversity of content on YouTube for anything else other than gaming is probably where you want to be. And so I'm not really doing much gaming stuff. And if I get on Twitch, everybody's like, oh, come play Anthem, which is fine. I would love to play Anthem with them sometime soon. But the problem is that I'm like, I want to do like animation stuff and nobody stays to watch because, oh, you're not going to be gaming. Oh, let me just go, get my height points in today. Woo! All right, and head on out. But, so I like coming over here because, and I'm not gonna lie, I met some people through art on Twitch, but what's cool is I've met a number of more people over here, I guess because it's a common platform where I host my VODs or host videos. And also, I've met a number of other content creators who are also, like 3D animators, and I've made friends and connections doing that here on YouTube, and I go and watch their. Oh, it's Tuesday for you. It is probably we're in Dillick's neck of the woods. It is Tuesday already. Woo! It's probably early morning Tuesday, isn't it? Tuesday, probably. You wanted me to change the stream title to match your time zone? I just celebrated 9 years. Wow, there this week over on Twitch. Well, I would put your link up in the chat, and I would say you could do it, but YouTube gets really salty about links. It's not like Twitch where it allows it and then you determine. Just YouTube is just like no. You can't even comment links, and it's boom, 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 boom. Creators don't have any decision over that. They just immediately delete links if it takes you off YouTube. Console, woo! What is going on today, my friend? Console in here helping me out. There is the MVP clutch of these streams right there. Console, right? Dillick, it's great to see you. How's your Tuesday going so far, my friend? Early Tuesday, I guess. And Console, How's your Monday been? I don't know, maybe it's Tuesday in your neck of the woods too, right? Depending on where you are in the world, it may be summer. I've got some Australian friends and they're like burning up right now while I'm freezing my ass off, right? 10 minutes ago, it was Monday, so it's okay. Well, Dilek, thank you so much for coming to the stream, seriously. I know you've got to do things like sleep, but I appreciate you coming by. It's really great to see you here today, so it's awesome. Okay, just slid right into that 10-minute time frame, or 10 minutes ago Monday for you, okay? So maybe when I started the stream, it was actually Monday for you. So the stream title was previously correct. Good to see you, Console. Thanks for coming in, and we got Webfu in here. Yeah, watch many of your animation vids. Maybe not all. Sorry. I love it, but yeah, I just find that I've connected with some really cool other creators, through my YouTube journey, and I got something very exciting coming up. I guess I can talk about it in general, maybe. It is. I won't say who it is or where it's from. Any specifics about it, but I was kind of invited into an NFT project that is being worked on, related to some really cool things. That's all I'm going to say about it, because they didn't say you couldn't talk about it or anything like that. But it's really cool. It's really cool, and there's a potential chance for me to do really well with it. Last hour of Monday for me, all good, Console. Thank you for coming in. Don't know where you are in the world, but I do appreciate you coming by and hanging out with us. I do, right? Yeah, we have emojis. Yes, I know. I need to make YouTube partner in order to get some emotes. And then you can spam them all there in chat when you, I guess they don't call it subscribe, they call it join the channel over here. Same kind of principle, right? I'll watch coding streams on that other platform though. Are you not able to actually say Twitch in chat? Twitch. I may get my stream banned or some Twitch banned or something like that. Twitch. But that's me, and weird and stuff. No, and they do code. I'm not saying that people don't do other content over on Twitch. I just find that, I think that to find like massive success, you can do pretty much anything on YouTube. I mean, the most popular content creators on YouTube aren't even gamers, You slide on over to Twitch, the most popular streamers are gamers. They're gamers. It's just it's a gaming platform, right? And that's fine. That's just the way it is. But I think I like the diversity of like 3D. I can connect with 3D animators easy over here because I can find the channels. And now that I'm following 3D animators, like the YouTube algorithm is going, oh, you want to check out some 3D animators? Here's some more for you. Here's some more for you. And the YouTube algorithm just keeps like promoting them, and I keep connecting, right? Yes, partner emotes, okay, which requires 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And that's my goal for this year, to actually try to make YouTube partnership. Oh, no, you're not being rude. I honestly, I don't really care, you webfu. I would say even spam your link there in chat, but YouTube is just gonna take it out. YouTube is really salty. You can't spam like links in YouTube. They immediately delete it. And I don't have any control over that, man. That's it's like, Jesus, take the wheel. I have no control, right? No, it's not rude to me. So I love you, webfu. I love you, sister. And it's serious, right? So you're not gonna bother me. You know me, right? I put all my Twitch highlight. Yes, I watch those. I see those. I do see those, sister. I see them with my own eyes. All right. I put my Twitch highlight clips on YouTube. YouTube used to be all my game cutscenes. That's my channel here. Oh, yes, you do have a YouTube channel, right? A sizable YouTube channel. And I've watched your clips, and I like your clips. I enjoy your clips. So, yeah, that's great. I mean, you do a lot of game streaming, so, Twitch makes a lot of sense, I've just tried to do this over on Twitch, but I haven't really met any animators the way I thought I would. And I think there are some really pretty successful animators on Twitch, but a lot of them I find are ones that are doing animation for games, which makes sense, and there's some people that work for like game studios that actually do some of their animation work on Twitch. It's cool, right? You put that Twitch URL, then you put webfu. It's easy. There you go. Yeah, just click. I don't know. Can you click on your name? I mean, I don't even know. I just type in webfu into the search. Boom, there you go. Sister Fu is here. Woo! You got to give her a woo, right? You got to give her a love you, right? But Dilek, thank you so much for being here. And Console, last hours of Monday for you. Well, we're so happy to have you in here today. YS Books, it's good to see you. Of your channel can post links in chat. Yes, that's true. Thank you for clarifying. That is true. I can post links. And I didn't know moderators could do it, but it makes sense, you know? It makes sense that they can. So yeah, I know I can post links. I didn't know moderators could, but YS Books, how are you doing today? It's good to see. Jerry Sprisk had a wonderful conversation about some NFT stuff earlier, man. I was just talking to the chat about the thing that I'm getting involved in. I haven't given any details because I really don't know how much the person who contacted me involved in the project really wants me to talk about it. I don't know how much they want me to say, you know, so I just said it's a cool NFT project and I am going to be a contributor to it. And there's a big potential for me, all right? And a big potential for my animated series that I did here on YouTube. You know, the MRU Chronicles. Link is in, I think, in the description. Do I have a link in the description? I don't even know, man. I'm a fail streamer over here, fail everything on YouTube. But yeah, you can check it out. And I'm working really hard to make that this goal of turning that into a fully animated series. And I think it's going to require more people. So the goal is to meet people, and hey, with this NFT project, man, it's wow, it looks big. So and how I will tell you how I got a part of it. It's actually doing stuff on YouTube. Okay, since I started putting my stuff on YouTube, the channel has grown nicely, and also I'm getting quite a bit of viewership on some of my videos. So I did a video on like taking assets from DAZ Studio and moving them into Blender using two different tools, the DAZ to Blender Bridge and also Diffeomorphic, and why I like Diffeomorphic better. I got a contact. They sent me an email through my business email here on YouTube and said, hey, you're doing some cool stuff. We want to talk to you. And so I will tell you this part too. I won't tell you the specifics of it, but basically they wanted to contact me for that. And then the person who's kind of like driving this has said, they looked at like my gallery I have on DAZ 3D's website. DAZ 3D, if you're watching, really cool thing. You put a gallery out there for everyone to share their artwork with the community, which is great. They should have something like that for Blender too. But I said, here's a link to my stuff. Check it out. It's awesome. I said it just like that to him too. I blew his eardrums off. He knew I was the one. But he said what'd he say, man? I forgot, man. I'm wooing too much here. Got the woos all out. So he said, really like your story writing. So I am going to be part of telling the story of this universe of these things related to the NFT project. And there's a huge potential for me there because I can tell the story of this universe and like write the story of the universe and write about the characters too. In addition, possibly getting into some other technical things related to 3D, right? Really, hey, YS Books, it's really good to see you. How was your weekend? Talk to me. I'm listening. Woo! Give you woo there, sister, for coming in here, hanging out with us today. Sister Foo is in here. Woo! Give her a woo too. Jeremy, give him a woo. Woo! Console, you're in here. Give him a woo. Woo! All right, and give our man Dilek in here, staying up past his bedtime to come and hang out with us, right? Woo! Give him a woo too, right? Beautiful. Give a woo to everyone out there in chat, right? It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Yeah, so I don't want to, I mean, I will tell you that part of it. They basically made me the lead story writer kind of thing, but so far, I'm the only one. But I won't tell you like specifics about what it's about because I think it's kind of like hush hush. They haven't said you can't talk about this at all. Maybe it's okay to promote it, and if I'm going to be talking to the kind of the person who's driving the whole thing tomorrow, and I'll say, how much can I say? He's talking about it sort of on stream, but not giving any details. So, but I'm excited about it. Right? There's huge potential there, income, revenue that could lead to helping support, you know, telling my story, right? And I know YS Books is telling her story too. I love it. All good. I had some snow, but I just stayed in. Yeah, we had some snow too, and we had to clear off the driveway, so my back and my arms are a little bit sore from that. A lot of plowing, you know, me and the neighbors, helping the neighbors out and that kind of thing, so right? Yeah. How many inches of snow did you get, sister? We got, I don't know. What did we get? 4, 5, 3? I don't know. Some places, the nearby state of New Jersey got dumped on pretty, like 18 inches in some areas. I don't know about New York and stuff like that. I don't know. But it's good to see you here, WebFood. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, we got some snow. I should take some pictures of the snow, right? There's piles of it that where you kind of cleaned off the driveway and everything like that. So yeah, awesome. And, you know, thank you, WebFoo, for coming in here. Sister Foo has been an amazing friend of mine, so please go check out our channel. Check out YS Books channel. Check out each other's channels and content and help each other grow, right? Woo! I love it. Did I find, 8 inches? Well, that may be, hey, that may be more than I got, actually. Maybe more than I got. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe more than we got. I don't think it was quite that much. I don't think it was 8 inches. It was a few inches probably, right? But it wasn't hard to shovel it off, you know. And fortunately, the driveway area is not too big. We share one with the neighbor, so it's not too bad. The neighbor did the other half on Sunday, so it's good, right? Everything's clear off right now. But yeah, I wanted to get on here and kind of hang out with you guys because I love hanging out with you. Maybe meet some new faces as we continue this adventure, right? I love that. And thank you for the growth of the channel as well. It's been very good so far. Can't complain at all. It's been very good. And of course, you always want to see how you can continue to grow. And viewership was a little bit down, but I think that's because I was streaming quite a bit and putting out content, and then like I didn't stream like last week, and I think that may have impacted things because it's like with YouTube, you have to feed the algorithm. It needs a regular feeding, right? And then it sees that you're doing stuff, and then it helps you promote your content that way too. And my latest videos are more specific to certain situations, so only if you're interested in that particular situation would you watch the video, whereas others, not so much, you know. The others are more general. So I thought what I would do today is kind of like when I'm hanging out with you guys, and we're gonna kind of be recording a tutorial, but also not just recording the tutorial, but also doing I mean, you can talk to me and stuff like that. I'm gonna edit it anyway and try to get it out by tomorrow, man. I just couldn't think of what I wanted to do because I got all this NFT stuff in my head, and I've been like fueling my mind with NFTs and learning how they work and stuff, and maybe potentially getting into that space myself if it's still viable. I think it's going to be eventually what's going to happen to the NFTs. If you get it on early now, it's fantastic, but eventually it's going to be like the tulip story. When was that? Hundreds of years ago, where everybody like found value in tulips, so they were worth just unbelievable amounts of money for tulips until somebody stood up and said, I'm not paying, it's a flower, who cares, right? And then boom, the tulip market crashed. I think the NFTs are going to go that route eventually. But right now, if you're getting in on it early, I think it's huge potential opportunities to take advantage of it before it kind of like everybody's doing it and it kind of just, it's not big anymore, you know? It's like right now NFTs are the next big thing, right? And who knows, man, I mean, there's some good things to come out of like DAO, which is the Decentralized Autonomous Organization. I think more organizations will adopt that, especially with an online presence. That technology coming out of the NFT space, I think, is going to be fantastic for organizations, right? So yeah, I'm excited about it. It's really cool, and I'm looking forward to it. Going to be talking to the guy tomorrow, see what I'm going to do, how I'm going to contribute, and all that kind of stuff. Kind of getting things working. I'm in like on the ground floor, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So what I was going to do is I actually got a contact from. It was a viewer commented last night on one of my videos and asked me about something, and I thought, well, it might be kind of cool to do a tutorial on that. The other thing I wanted to do is kind of show you something I found. It's like a hidden door on DAZ Studio stuff. Yes, the tulip market did crash, and they did. Just like the stock market is going down right now, but it's buy. That's what time it is right now, and I'm buying stuff like crazy. Nvidia stock, thank you very much. DAOs can be fun, and I think if anything comes out of the NFT space that's going to be maybe possibly more permanent is the DAOs. I think it's going to be awesome, right? But yeah, the tulip market did crash, and I think eventually NFTs are going to go that direction. Maybe not, it may not be like an immediate crash like that. I think the popularity of NFTs over time as the newness wears off will wane, okay? But now, if you go into the space early, I think there's huge, I said huge, potential opportunities, right? And so if it's, now's the time to strike, okay? Like that venomous cobra, right? Woo! Strike like Battle Kitty. He comes in here every now and then. He likes to strike himself. What do you say you make your presence felt in the stream, Battle Kitty? He's in here today, right? Oh my goodness. Oh yes, the NVIDIA stock, yes. Buy. Buy, because it's temporary, right? You want to get in there. I need to actually buy some more NVIDIA stock right now because it's right. It's not this, okay, stock market crash, fine. Oh, buy some more stock and then it'll go back up. Just like people who, even when they're in the depression, people who bought stock, turned around and made a pant load. Yes, saturation. It's market saturation. You're absolutely right, YS Books. It's market saturation. But it's also just like, in addition to saturation, I find it wild that somebody would pay huge amounts of money for a JPEG. And now that's stupid considering, oh, you're getting into the NFT space and you plan to sell, you plan to sell these JPEGs and PNGs. I'm just saying, I wouldn't myself pay huge amounts of money for them, but obviously there's a market for it and there's people who do it and there's huge amounts of money to be made. So that's why people are doing it. And Jeremy, my NFT coach, brother NFT coach over there, Jer's Brisk, go follow his channel. He's over there, man, giving me coaching advice on the whole NFT space, man. He has really investigated it. So, and Jeremy and I may have some cool stuff coming up. He's gonna help me with my Discord revamp, right? So yeah, cool. So there is a, who is the viewer's name here? I'm gonna go ahead and call her out. It's not a real name. It's, I'm gonna give her name though. Let me see here. What's her name? K-Doll World. I think that's K-Doll World, okay? The name is K-Doll World. And K-Doll World actually was a, I wanna give you a shout out, thank you for asking this question, and it is related to, what is it? The exporting the character into Blender. Never give out what's your seed phrase. I don't even know what that is. Oh man, I got a lot to learn, but let's go. I wanted to show you what they were talking about. One thing I want to show, let me start the official tutorial here. I'm gonna shut off the music because I don't like music during the tutorials, but you guys can continue to talk, all right? Hello everyone, my name is Kevin from MRU Studios, and we're here back today. I wanted to talk about and a question that a viewer had related to the DAZ to Blender bridge. And specifically, it was about how when you export the character from DAZ Studio into Blender, you can't, and maybe there's a way to fix this, but you can't actually use the normal viewport controls to move the character, like move, grab, move, rotate, and scale the character, okay? If you use diffeomorphic, that issue doesn't exist. You can do it, but for some reason, when you export using the DAZ to Blender bridge, you have this issue. There's a way around it, and I kind of wanted to demonstrate that and how to deal with that in case there's other viewers who might have that same question and are not sure about it, right? They're like, home game, kaboom, helicopter, computer version, my seed phrase is, that's a wild seed phrase there, man. Woo! But that was a test for the seed phrase. There you go. So I wanted to kind of talk about how you can get around that issue or the problem. So let's open up, first of all, before we actually get started, I wanted to show you something here that is a, what is it? It's Google, we're gonna do a, Google, let's go. I wanted to show you something I have saved. There is actually, and I believe this is official Blender, not Blender, this is official DAZ Studio documentation, okay? Right here. This is the DAZ to Blender Bridge User's Manual, okay? Now it looks a little bit different on some of the interfaces. Here, I don't see these. Maybe these were like development windows they took screen captures of and then made a document for that, because the windows look a little bit different. But there's a lot of, looks like, quality information on here on exactly how to use the DAZ to Blender Bridge. And I will actually, if you're watching this video, if you're watching this after the stream, I will place a link to this in the video description, so you'll be able to access it. If you're interested in it, I can put the link right here in chat, because I am able to do that right there also. Yeah, thank you so much. I put it in there. Thank you so much, me. I thought that was Jeremy there. But Jeremy. But so there's a lot of information here. And I don't know how much of it actually applies to like the version of the DAZ to Blender Bridge that's out right now. So you might want to look through it and see. There is something in here that talks about going into Blender and turning on auto run of Python scripts. I know whenever I use the DAZ to Blender Bridge and bring a character in, one of the big issues I see is that I get all these Python script errors. And I thought turning that on may fix it. It doesn't. It's almost like the DAZ to Blender Bridge is an unfinished work in progress, to be honest with you. It's better than it used to be, but hopefully they continue to work on that. Definitely, I would recommend using Diffeomorphic though. But this is it, right? And like I said, the link is in the description, and I'm also putting it in a chat and putting it in the description as well, because hey, looks like it's an official document from DAZ Studio. So I don't know how much it applies to the current version of the DAZ to Blender Bridge, but I didn't even know anything like this existed. And I've kind of glanced over it. I haven't really read it in detail, so I don't know a ton about it. But we're gonna talk about something specific related to the DAZ to Blender Bridge, and I want to show you what I'm referring to. So let's go ahead and open up DAZ Studio, shall we? Yes, we shall. All right, over here. So let's bring that up. And I am going to basically load in a character that I've already got saved as a scene subset. Make sure he or she, probably she, is in the default pose. And then we'll go ahead and export them over to Blender. And once we do that, I will show you this issue that I'm talking about that you may kind of get stuck on, or some viewers might get stuck on. So what we'll do is go into the content library. We'll go in here and select our fearless leader, Captain Tanya Sadea, who is the head of the Mercenary Squad Multiverse Response Unit in our animated visual novel. So check it out here on the channel. I don't know if Jeremy, if you're here, you could put a link in there. I know you're pretty busy, so if you don't have time, man, I get it. So there she is. All right, she's beautiful in all her glory. Captain Sadea, leader of the squad. I portray Commander Cody, second in command of the MRU. There she is. She looks beautiful in NVIDIA iRay. Can never complain about how beautiful NVIDIA iRay looks, right? So let's go ahead and rotate the sun around, man. Bring back the sun, and she looks gorgeous. Now, we've got her set up, all her shaders, everything on. I customized this beautiful, our beautiful captain, and what we're gonna do is get out of NVIDIA iRay. Pro tip, never use the DAZ to Blender Bridge when you're in NVIDIA iRay, because it will take forever for the script to finish running, because it's updating the character in the scene, and it just takes a while to upload that, because it constantly sends the information to from your system memory to the GPU, loads it into the GPU. So let's go and we are going to put her in her default pose, because there's an issue if you try to use the DAZ to Blender Bridge. The DAZ to Blender Bridge only works with Genesis 3 and Genesis 8, and with Genesis 8 it assumes that the character needs to be in the A pose. If you don't put it in you don't put the character in the A pose, it causes an issue. You don't have that problem with Diffeomorphic, you can do it, but we're going to put her in the A pose. She's good. And we are going to go to Scripts and Bridges, Blender, DAZ to Blender. All right. And like I said, the only character types you can export is Genesis 3 and Genesis 8. So we're going to click accept. Leave the subdivision level as 0. There's no reason to bring it up any higher because you can actually add a subdivision modifier in Blender to increase the subdivision level. You don't need to do that here. There's absolutely no need for it, right? Thank you so much, Jeremy. I appreciate you popping that in the chat for our viewership. And if you are new to the stream, please feel free to come in and talk to us, all right? We're a supportive community. Love to get to know you guys as well. Woo! Love it. All right, so leave it at 0. No reason for it to be higher. You don't want to do that in the viewport anyway because it slows down your animation. So collect textures, we're not going to do any of that stuff. Just click accept, all right? Then it's going to run, and it's going to do our export, right? Just like we've seen before, okay? So let that run. And like I said, I hope you all are having a fantastic Monday. Looking forward to a good week. Man, I'm going to be busy. I got a lot of stuff coming up, projects and things, but I like being busy, moving forward, making progress. That's what happiness is all about. You make a certain amount of money, that's great, but you go beyond a certain amount. I can tell you money doesn't buy happiness. If you don't have a lot of it, I can see how you would think that would. But yeah, it doesn't. Progress, altruistic contributions to others in society actually, I feel, leads to happiness in the long run. So we will, she's exported and she's beautiful, right? So what we're gonna do is minimize DAZ Studio. Let's bring in some Blender 3.0. Blender 3.1 has caustics in it now, actual real caustics in Cycles X. I'm excited about that. So we're gonna do that, delete, get rid of all that stuff. We don't need any of it. And we're gonna bring in our famous captain. She is going to be here, DAZ to Blender, just import new Genesis figure, okay? And she's gonna come in all her glory and beauty. And we love to see it, right? So yeah, she's coming in. And we'll get her set up. So how's everyone doing today? Like I said, please feel free to talk in chat. Love to get a chance to talk to you. Jeremy, thank you so much. Don't worry about the Python scripts that come up. Blender 3.0 introduces this platform thing. I don't see it when I import with DAZ or Blender 2.9 3.4. Don't see it. So what we're going to do is take the cube. I think you can delete these safely without really a problem. I don't like how DAZ, I don't like how the DAZ to Blender bridge organizes things. It's kind of chaotic in here. You don't need these things. These are, I don't know why those shapes in there, to be honest. I think they are used to actually create or set up the rigging for the character. I just move them under hidden so they get hidden. You know, you can hide and show that stuff. I don't need to see it. It does bring in a DAZ Sun, which is kind of cool. You usually don't need that. But one thing I like to do is take, and since I've been using diffeomorphic, is come and right click, create a new collection and pop that up into here. And then what we'll do is say, headache, did you get a headache? No, sister, why you have a headache? Don't need those. Don't need those today, please. Get some rest. Probably don't get enough rest, man. How is your BF doing? And I know you've lost at a crazy amount of weight, which you look stunning. You do. You look absolutely beautiful, sister. Gorgeous. You do. Absolutely beautiful, man. Your boyfriend is a lucky man. So let me go ahead and say we're going to put character mesh. And I talked about this in a previous video. I'll just call it mesh. All right, and then we're going to take all of our meshes, actual meshes, and pop them in there. Why would we do something like that? Because that way we can quickly hide all meshes, and all we have is the rig right there, and we can click quickly, because it doesn't have to update meshes, move the bones around, although it still seems to be very slow, which is strange. If all I got on the rig there, why is that? That is wild. Oh, lack of sleep. I get those too. I hate it. I hope it goes away. I get these migraines that last all day. I don't like it, man. 130 pounds the last time we talked. I think it was 116. Give her a woo. Woo! I need to get this damn chair fixed. It's making me hissy, right? I don't know. Let me go see why that's the case. Why are we... Okay, get out of pose mode. Go to object mode. And let's go into the Genesis 8 female shape. And we will go to our modifiers. She does have a subdivision, but she has viewport levels of 0. I am surprised why it's so slow performing right now. That is crazy. Especially, I mean, I could be doing diffeomorphic right now, and even in cycles, X. See, that is crazy. That performance is nuts. I don't understand it. Yet another reason to hold off on the DAZ to Blender bridge right now, I guess. But what I wanted to point out, boyfriend's good. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Please tell him the commander said, woo! All right. If he's watched my show, he'll know. He'll know what I'm talking about. If not, he's like, I don't even know what you're saying, sister. Just please don't throw that at me again. It scares the hell out of me. My chair is being super annoying lately, making clicking noise. Mine popping like crazy, man. It's a fairly new chair. It's under warranty. I just got to go and tell them to give me the parts. And they're going to send the parts free of charge, right? Oh, Jeremy, I'm getting a network extender finally. Finally got a hold of Verizon, man. The great resignation. It's really hurt businesses as far as like... and I'm not saying political here or there. I'm not getting into that. I'm just saying that it is, I think businesses don't have a lot of employees, and the poor employees that are working right now are like probably just going crazy trying to deal with everything. But yeah, it's trying to contact Verizon. I've never, 16 years, and I've never had that craziness. But I finally got a hold of him. We're getting a signal booster and all that good stuff. So it's good. Can finally make cell phone calls again. But yeah, I don't know why these two things are out here. That's kind of crazy. I don't get it. Okay, what's the problem, Commander Kevin? Let's talk about this. What's the problem? So if we grab our, let's just take our armature, right? And we go into the pose mode, right? Oh man, so many people leaving us too lately. Oh yeah. I mean, it is what it is, you know? People just, for whatever reason, have decided, hey, I don't need this shit, man. I'm one of them. I just beat the curve by like 4 or 5 years. Oh man. So I can't say I blame anyone for quitting their 9 to 5. I honestly can't, dude. I understand it. I get it. It can suck your life away, man. Ain't no problem, man. You're gonna get any negativity from me over that. So okay, let's grab sister, right? In the appropriate areas. So let's grab her and say, we're going to go Genesis 8 female. Actually, I think it's, is it the mesh? We need to go into, not pose mode, sorry. We need to go to object mode. Grab her and say, grab. Okay, now normally I should be able to take the mouse and move her around. What the hell is this sorcery? I don't know. Let's go ahead and say scale. Okay, I can't, what is this? I should be able to scale this character. That's nonsense. And then I go R for rotate. What the heck? I mean, she's not even rotating. Don't ask me why this is an issue with the DAZ to Blender bridge. If you are familiar with Blender and know more than I do, maybe you can figure it out, okay? But how you can get around this issue is go to Item and start moving things here. Now, I know this is not the ideal situation, but you can actually move the character. Performance is incredibly slow. I don't understand that. But yeah, and if you want to scale, click one of the scale values, grab, and basically you click, hold the left mouse button and drag down. That'll grab all your values. And then you can say like 2.5. So we're gonna rescale the character. My goodness, she's a giant. And so you can do things like that. And then if you wanna rotate, you can rotate over here, do our Euler rotations, and she can rotate. But that's the only way I found to actually do anything with the character as far as movement like that. You have to do it from, and how you get into this navigation pane right here, if it's hidden, you just press N for navigation and then click on the item tab, and then you scroll down over to whatever you want to move, and then just drag things that way. Performance is crazy slow. Don't ask me. All right, I don't know. And then like you go into your shading, of course, you've got nodes in there, but there is one single node that's connected to everything. I like the node setup in diffeomorphic better. Like I said, I hope DAZ is working on this. I know they're coming out with 5.0. Maybe along with that, in conjunction with that, they're also going to be releasing a update to the DAZ to Blender bridge because it needs work. I'm glad Verizon is coming through for you. I am too, man. I'm sick and tired of not being able to make calls in my own home. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. And it's like we're 15 minutes from the heart, from the Rocky statue, Philadelphia. Give me a damn break, all right? And so it's like there's no excuse for not having a good signal. And here's another thing. that, and I've talked about this before, about Capicool. What is it? Capicool? What's Capicool? What are we talking about? What is Capicool? You got me on that one, bro. Her skin tone. It's gone. It's shot, man. I gotta fix it all. Lots of things I need to fix with the DAZ to Blender bridge. But the main thing I wanted to do was point out that you have to move things by location. You can't do your normal viewport grabbing, moving around, that kind of, it just doesn't work. And then I need to fix her skin because she looks like a porcelain doll rather than the character she's supposed to be. So, man, she looks like Data's girlfriend. All right, let's close that shit. All right, and what we'll do is close that out. Her eyes, just everything, like I've got to mesh with the eye meshes, and thank God for people yelling at me to try diffeomorphic. Let's show you what happens with diffeomorphic, because none of that goes away. Webfu mention, Capicool. Oh, how else would I eat though? Oh, okay. Oh man, so many people leaving us too lately. Oh, how else would I eat? Yeah, have food on the table, right? I get it. Jeremy and I were talking about that today too. I think you're a developer too, like us, right? You're part of the hive. So let me go ahead and show you. In diffeomorphic, you just don't have that problem. So I will put the link to diffeomorphic like I have one of my other videos here so that you guys can like see it. Let's bring up diffeomorphic, and I'll show you that you just don't have that problem with it. So let's go, we're gonna go back in a DAZ Studio. The only thing, actually, we don't even need to be in DAZ Studio because we've already created the necessary DBZ file. And if you're not familiar with that, you can check out my other videos, but basically you just come over, well, I'll show it to you. You come over here, and once you install everything, you've got this scripts, and you click on that, you double click here, and you go to where you want to put your DBZ file. And it has to be in the same folder as the DUF file that is your it is your DAZ Studio project file, which we're going to go and look at here. So you come down here, and there is the DUF file, but you can see I've already created the DBZ file, so I don't need to create it here. You just click save, and it literally creates the DBZ file, tells you how long it took to create it, and that's it. So it's more straightforward with the DAZ to Blender bridge. With the diffeomorphic. So we've already done that. Let's go ahead and open up Blender, and we're in Blender here, 3.0, and we'll go ahead and delete everything because we won't need it. And we will we'll go over here to the DAZ importer, which is diffeomorphic. You get a lot more options with diffeomorphic here too. I've learned more about how I bring in poses. Oh man, that's so cool. You might be able to do that with the DAZ to Blender bridge. You can add your pose library, but I know that it works. The good thing is that I've used diffeomorphic to import like Michael 3 way pre-Genesis figure, and it works great. Works really good. Like I said, I can't give a praise enough to the developers of diffeomorphic at all. They're good. So we'll go here and do that, and we'll come into DAZ 3D, go to Studio. We're going to come over here to render, my library. We're going to go to Scene Subsets, and we are going to click on, MRU. And then we're going to bring Captain Sadea in. This is bringing Captain Sadea in using diffeomorphic, right? Does it import Genesis character with animation and morphs? Good question. Good question. I believe that it does morph Stillick. For animation, there is someone who has viewed the channel, who I've met through the DAZ 3D forums. They've got a video on their channel. Halo Reclaimer. I called them Reclamator. And I'm sorry if you're watching this. I'm sorry for messing up your name in a previous video. But Halo Reclaimer. Now, those are just warnings saying, hey, you don't have enough lighting in the scene. And that's very important because somebody asked me, a viewer asked a question. The skin looks really dark on the character. And it isn't because diffeomorphic doesn't do a good job bringing in the character's skin. It has to do with the fact that, and I probably need to do, we're going to do cycles here. There isn't enough lighting, okay? You just don't have enough lighting in your scene. And that's what diffeomorphic is trying to say. Hey, you may see very dark skin tones or skin tones that aren't right. Now, I do have to fix the specular lighting on the boots. That's fine. I'm used to that. But the specular lighting on the clothing is actually really good. And look, she looks amazing. She looks perfect. Her eye sockets, the eye, it's amazing. I don't have to do any of that stuff. It just, Diffeomorphic does a good job. So the other thing is, the main thing I was going to tell you is if we go into solid view, and you can change the colors of what these things look like in Diffeomorphic before you do your import, by the way. So what we're going to do is just select the character, and we're going to go into object mode and literally just grab the character, okay? And say grab, look at that. Now I can actually move the character, and it moves around faster. Likely it has some, I think it has some default sub D level on it. So if you go to the characters mesh here, and you go down to, no, it doesn't. Make sure there's no sub D modifiers on it. Nope, it doesn't. But it does perform better. So, and moving the characters, and then I can actually like rotate, click R, rotate the character around, beautiful. Okay, we couldn't do that with DAZ to Blender, right? And then also if you grab and say scale, now we can use the viewport controls to scale the character and make her like 85 feet tall, right? Or miniature, right? And we don't have to go over and mess with the transforms like you do in the DAZ to Blender bridge. And so our friend over here, what was her name? Our friend over here, if you're watching K-Doll World, if you're watching, you have a beautiful singing voice, by the way. She does covers for things, and amazing. Just met her today, or today. And so, you know, this is way you can fix it. Use Diffeomorphic. Then you don't have to worry about messing with controls over here and not being able to use viewport controls. So yeah, and that's really what I wanted to cover and talk about. So if you like what you see, please consider giving a subscription, subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon to be notified when I do new tutorial videos, and also have my live streams. You know, come on in, talk and chat, hang out with us. But I hope this helped, you know, in some way. I'm thinking about, and if you have an idea for tutorials or something you want me to cover, please let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to entertain any ideas of content you'd like to see. One member of the channel, or one person who actually commented, their name was, let me go ahead and look over here. It's, I think, no, it's, I'm trying to find their name here. I want to give them credit because I think this is going to be a cool video. They wanted to understand why I wanted to move away from DAZ Studio and go into Blender. And the main reasoning behind it, E1V1A, okay, the name of the viewer, is because of the amazing animation tools that are in Blender that far exceed anything you can do in DAZ Studio. That's basically it. You can do some animation in DAZ Studio. I don't want to sit here and knock it because I think it's great for standalone images, and I probably will continue to use it for that. It's just great for just still images. And I know another channel that actually uses DAZ Studio for a graphic novel. And I think it would be fantastic for doing that. But if you want to do some serious animation, Blender's where it's at. And I'm going to be transitioning to animation, and Blender has a lot of add-ons to do amazing things, you know. And you can do in Blender what you do in DAZ Studio. And it might actually be faster after you get the stuff in because you got Cycles X. But, you know, there's no doubting that DAZ Studio has amazing output with NVIDIA iRay. And you guys at DAZ 3D make some amazing models that are very good price, amazing price, that you can use and modify. So I can't fault them there. They make some amazing content that you can get over into Blender, right? So with that, yeah, thank you again for watching the video, and hopefully you guys have a fantastic week, and thank you so much. Consider subscribing and check out my animated visual novel, and we'll see you in the next video. All right, we're done. Just wanted to record that. Sorry if I missed any messages. Let me go ahead and check and make sure. Let's see, I have the extension, a better TTV global emotes. I gotta remember they don't show. Oh, they don't show in here? Okay, I'd like to post to the image, but I cannot. Okay, well, you might have to get with Diffeomorphic. Does it import Genesis characters? Let's do a test on that, Dillick, if you're still here. Have you used the NLA editor in Blender? Good question, YS Books. I'm glad you asked that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put you off there. I am going to start using the NLA editor. There is one specific use I think is going to be amazing for the NLA editor, okay? And that is combining Mixamo animations. If you guys are familiar with the DAZ Studios Animate 2, okay, which is a separate timeline that is part of the DAZ Studio here. It's a really cool feature. It's a little bit buggy now, and I don't know if it just hasn't been updated in a while. But it's a separate timeline in here. You could do sort of NLA stuff. The NLA editor reminds me of Animate 2 and DAZ Studio. What you can do that's really cool, and I've watched some videos on this from some amazing content creators, is you can take Mixamo animations and literally combine them and smooth them into a smooth animation. Like you've got a jump, okay, and the character lands and you want the character to start running. You can smoothly transition using some tools in the NLA editor. And I'm actually going to really start looking at that. It's an amazing tool, and I've seen a lot of other people use it. I haven't had much of exposure to it yet. I've mostly used the default timeline in the dope sheet, right? Yes, I agree. I agree on that, YS Books. I think a combination of Mixamo with NLA editor is going to be a game changer for me and what I do, right? So YouTube has like 20 emotes and then emojis. How am I supposed to properly express? What do you got gummy worms on there? You're making me hungry. Take those off right now. I demand it, Webfu. Woo! I love it. Well, let's look, Dillick. Let's open up one of my projects for my... yeah, good question. Let's close this and let's bring in DAZ Studio. Let's just maybe animate her. Let's do something here. Yep. I got it. We're gonna, no, I don't want to save it. We're gonna go over here to, I believe you can bring in, hold on a second. I'm just trying to think through this whole process here. Dillick. Let's put some music on because I'm not actually doing, well, let's hold on. I may make this part of a tutorial or something like that. So I think that what we're going to do is come into visual novel. Actually, let's go back into the, yeah, YS Books. I agree on the NLA editor. I need to get my butt in gear and actually start using it. Have you used it much yet, YS Books? Do you want to be called YS Books, or do you want a nickname or anything like that? I'll just call you YS Books. Let's look at what the tools are available over here for the Diffeomorphic. So you've got corrections, materials, morphs, rigging, advanced setup, low poly, materials, mesh, simulation, morphs, rigging. I think you can actually bring D-Force simulations in too. So well, I haven't done much of that either, but I don't see anything animation related here. Now, what I was going to say about Halo Reclamator, what he explained, he or she, I think it's he, but what they explained was to take, what they do is they export the character using like FBX, and with FBX you can export animation. And then what they do is actually apply Diffeomorphic to what they've exported with FBX, and apply the rigging and stuff, and it does what they need it to do. And that may actually be the option for that, because he did tell me about that. And but let's just try something here. because I don't actually plan to do any animation in DAZ Studio or DAZ Studio anymore. I'm actually bringing the characters over to Blender and doing all of my animation over in Blender now. But if, hey, you've got some animate anablocks or you've got something in the timeline you really want to bring over, I know you can do it with FBX, and maybe, like I said, that's the way to do it. But if I come over here and I go into visual novel, lucky I didn't archive episode 1 here. Let's go into look at Blender, and we're gonna go final episode. No. Episode 1. We're gonna go into DAZ Studio and scenes. So let's do probably in the hangar bay. Go into projects. Let's see. I want to go into renders to see. Captain Sadea is probably over here. Captain Tanya Sadea, no, not there. These are all the sections that I did because I animated the first episode almost entirely in DAZ Studio. And then we're going to do there. Captain Sadea. Yes. So let's... Oh, she's just turning her head there. I want to do something cool. Something where you can really see her movements. Where she gets with the group. Let's check this out. No, she's not in that scene. No, she's not in that scene. Oh, I know. Oh, hold on. Been a while since I looked at any of this. Here, no. No, this is not when she's walking. V. Oh, wait. V. No? Shit. Okay, hold on. W. She's not there. Well, what the hell, man? I know she's in the scene here. There she is. Yeah, see that one? That would be a really cool thing to animate with her hand going down and her head turning. So let's go and open up Project Y. We're going to go renders. We're going to go scene, projects, Y. And let's just open this project. Here, right? Once you have once you have an action in the NLA, you can recall it over and over, even in other scenes. Oh, that's cool. So you can also loop things that way too. It sounds like YS Books. I need to check that out. You can use any anablock, bake it to you can bake anablocks to the studio keyframes, and you can also convert keyframes in the DAZ Studio timeline and make them anablocks too, which I have done. Yes, I've used it. Oh yeah, you said you used it. It was a learning curve, but once I learned, I realized its power. YS Books Divine. Okay, cool. That's fine with me too. Then try to export with diffeomorphic. Oh, I see what you're saying. I've already got something set up in the timeline. We're going to see if we can get it to work. This is a pretty big scene. And I'm going to delete most of it and just leave the captain there because she already has some animation applied. Only thing I care about is one particular character and exporting over that character. Because I don't want to export a bunch of other stuff. Yes, the NLA does allow you to loop animation speed. Then that is cool. That is, you know what? YS Books, that is absolutely a game changer. That is going to help me out because I can do idle animations with it for my visual novel, you know? That's what I'm saying, that the whole reason of me getting away from DAZ Studio and going into Blender is animation tools. You just don't have the level of animation tools in DAZ Studio. It's very basic. You know, DAZ Studio was never originally an animation tool. It's only more recently they've actually added those capabilities. So we'll see what they come out with DAZ Studio 5.0 too. That'll be very interesting. Very interesting to see what DAZ comes up with. I know they're working with a new version of Qt Creator, which is basically it's a development kit, a development tool set they used to create DAZ Studio. It's like Visual Studio, but it's free. Hey, what's Kimber? Woo! How are you doing, sister? Good to say I give you a big digital hug here because you know we love you, sister. Thank you for coming in. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to respond to you. I feel like a horrible, horrible friend too. Oh, I know why, because I'm in camera mode. Let me get out of camera mode right here. Perspecta. Yeah, yep. Far away from the scene because the way the scene is set up. Let's go. And this has some animation in it. And we are going to take that out. Let's just pull. I organized things horribly in here before I learned how to do things better. But we are going to take Captain Sadea and move her out of the where she's parented. The parenting is horrible here. I've learned a lot since my first episode. So we're going to take her out and just put her into unparent. There we go. And I am literally going to delete this shit, okay? Get rid of all that crap. Make it simple, okay? And we're going to do that there. Get rid of that. We don't even need filament draw mode. I'm doing great. Awesome. Please don't feel horrible about it. You're doing wonderful, and you're so busy lately. I'm here to support you. I love you too, sister. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really do. I'm glad to hear you're doing great, you know? And I don't want to hear when any of my friends are doing bad. I know it's life. It's life, you know, and it sucks sometimes, and I'm sorry. I need to be a good friend that's there for everybody as much as I can be. It's been crazy. It's been crazy the last few days. Some good things have been coming up. So is that the camera? No, it's perspective view. So, okay. Sister has some animation connected to her here. And basically it's all the way, and it's keyframed, right? It's on the DAZ timeline. What the DAZ Studio does, or the DAZ to Blender Bridge does, is it actually takes and makes an FBX file. If you see what gets exported from the DAZ to Blender Bridge, is it actually creates the FBX file, right? Oh, that's awesome, sister. Woo! Congratulations. I'm glad you feel better. You've got that off your chest. I know it has to be a horrible experience. I mean, I don't want to go through that. I don't want anybody to go through that. That's horrible. But I'm glad you're doing well. Hey, buddy, you are there for everyone as much as you can be. Don't push yourself too hard, too late. We all know you're busy and working very hard on your passion projects. Thank you so much. Yeah, I do. I push myself hard. But it's okay, all right? I got amazing friends around there to show their support and love, and I can't thank you guys. Woo! I say I can't thank you guys enough for that. I cannot. No, I can't. So we're going to do this over here, and let's just say, let me get this out of here, okay? And we are going to go in and export this. Let's just try diffeomorphic. I don't think it does, man. I think you have to do the FBX thing he's talking about. So that's a README. We don't care about HD. Let's do a scene 5Y DBZ. Save. Let that go. Let that marinate. And then so she'll be there. I don't know if because she's so far away from the origin that it means she's going to be far away from the origin when I bring her into Blender? I don't know. It's better to be divorced than to be... It's better to be divorced than to be together when you are not cohesive and not working as a team. It's so true. So true. It's sad that it happens, but hey, you can't live your life in misery. I get it. I understand. Marriage is about teamwork. That's true. And if only one person is wanting to be on that team, then it doesn't work. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right, sister. I'm saying I'm happy for you. I love you to death, and we all do, and we appreciate you being here. You are awesome. Give her another woo. Woo! Beautiful day in this neighborhood. Why, certainly it is, right? And we have Laura. She wants to come by and say hi to her. All right. She's here as well. Laura wants to say hi and salute you and congratulate you on the upward swing and movement of your life there. What is going on? She's here too, right? She's giving you a huge salute, Kimber, because she's happy for you. And I am too, right? See you later, Laura. She never gives me anything. So what we're going to do is, let's export. Oh, we did that. Okay. So let's go into where we're at. Where we is over here. Let's go into Blender, right? Wait a minute. Yeah, let's go into Blender. All right. I have that too, that Woo sticker on my computer. Oh, yeah, awesome. I love it. Thank you. I wanted to give you a nice, it's not much of a Christmas present, but I tried my best, you know what I mean? Did what I could for my friends. My amazing friends, man. All of the friends I've met through this journey, right? In life. So here we go. We're going to go easy DAZ import. I think it's going to do anything. I love that. Oh, the Woo sticker? You like the Woo sticker, Jeremy? You got yours too, right? So where do we put that? We went into visual novel, MRU Chronicles, and yes, welcome on in. And thank you, Jeremy, for being here today. I appreciate it. Studio, we're going to go into... No. We need to go into episode 1, DAZ Studio. We've got scenes. We are in scene 5, right? Scene 5, why? The card was so lovely, and the sticker was an amazing gift. Thank you so much. I'm glad it hopefully it brightened your day and raised your spirits, you know? So we're going to do that, and we're going to say easy import DAZ. Let's check this, Dillick. We're going to see. We're going to see, because together we're going to find out well. Woo! Beautiful day in this neighborhood. It certainly is. So, yeah. We'll see. We'll see what it does, man. I'm interested in checking this out, too, as you know. Yep. Okay. There we go. And come over here, and they do free Kimber. Kimber is free. Beautiful. Free at last. Free at last. I'm sure that's what she's saying. And every time I look at my tower, it's well, cool. I'm glad it helped do that for you. Now this is a long import here, Dillick. I don't know if I've pushed my luck on this. I don't know if I pushed my luck on this. If you don't know Dillick, Kimber meet Dillick. Dillick I met through my YouTube journey, right? And watching my videos and stuff like that. Kimber I've known for a very long time from my days of streaming on Twitch, which I don't do much of anymore, right? Channel sitting there languishing. Do I even have any subscribers on Twitch? I reached out to people to tell them not to subscribe, and that's not because I don't want to receive their love. I just don't, I'm not gonna reach the threshold to get like a payout. I haven't opened Twitch in forever. Let's go to my creator dashboard. 6 subscribers, man. Stop subscribing. I'll get partnered over here and you can join over here. Celebrate the good times. Come on. Woo! I would sing that, but hey, DMCA. And I know that YouTube comes down even harder on that. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Idyllic, I think I broke everything. I don't know why it's not working. I've never seen it take this long. Something terribly wrong has happened. You know, I think in this case, Halo Reclaimer is definitely on the money. I think what you might want to do is export as FBX. I mean, what is with the scene here? Blasphemous. I mean, it's a simple scene. You know, you move her across, she's moving. That's all there is to it. What is taking so long? Now, if it takes this long, I definitely don't want to do it this way, okay? So FBX, and then you apply somehow. I need to reach out to him, right? It's okay, man. I would like to try to figure this out, you know? I don't see anything specifically in here. It talks about morphs, but not particularly animation.
You've received
what?
New squad
Stop
funds.
it, Kimber! What? You don't even have to do that. You don't even have to do that. Why did you do that, sister? I should be donating to you and showing you the love. Woo! Thank you so much, Kimber. I appreciate that. You did not have to do that, okay? You know, save your money, get something nice for you and your beautiful family, you know? But thank you so very much. All of that goes to helping me do things. And of course, I have my Patreon and stuff like that. I really need to work on the Patreon and putting out content for that, which is something I've got. I need to do. The whole idea behind it is to give you guys like a behind the scenes look of stuff and to help support the continuing work on my visual novel, right? And thank you, Kimber. Seriously, you did not have to do that. Yes, I do, because I want to see your dreams come true. Woo! I love it. I love it. Like I said, you guys, I don't know if you could pop the... I need a command. I need a command to pop the episode 1 visual novel in chat. So, shit. Let's try something, Dilek. Let's try something that Halo Reclaimer indicated. Because this obviously isn't going to work. No, you don't. No, Kimber, seriously, you don't even have to do that. You don't even have to do that. I mean, you can post a link if you want to. But no, seriously, you don't have to do that. You've done enough already. You've done enough already, sister. You don't even have to do it. We can read about diffeomorphic animation capabilities on their website. Yeah, there is... It's true. That's true. So let's go. I think I have some diffeomorphic right here. That's geoshells, which is very interesting. I've had an issue with geoshells, and I think I've got it figured out, but it's going to take a little work of modifying nodes and things like that. So is there a search in here? Yeah. Yeah, that isn't what I did. Isn't going to work. It's abort the mission on that one. Diffeomorphic. Diffeomorphic. Let's go DAZ. Oh wait. DAZ DAZ Studio. Diffeomorphi. Okay, so it's animation. Now there's DAZ to Blender diffeomorphic tutorial. That's not what we want. Oh, look there's my own tutorial. Maybe I should pay attention to that, right? Oh man, that video's done really well. And there he is, Halo Reclamator. I keep calling him Halo Reclamator. Halo Reclaimer has done a video on it. Now, this is specific to Genesis 8 diffeomorphic option. I probably need to watch that one. This might be a good one to watch. I don't know if I want to watch his content on my channel here. Like, I don't want to take any of his stuff away. But I do want to check that out. Maybe that's what you should do. Halo Reclaimer. Go check out Halo Reclaimer. Some of your videos have over 1K views now. Yes, they do. I've been fortunate. Some people really liked my stuff. And it's good. It's good. Channel's growing, and I'm very happy about that. Yeah, try this guy right here. I'm not trying to like, knock you away from my stuff, but this Halo Reclaimer, I don't mind promoting his stuff. I probably need to check it out too, but he did mention in a video, he does do it. So let me go ahead and post his stuff here. Right there. There is his channel. And, oh, that's okay, Dilek. That's fine. But if you want to check out his channel, it looks like he's got a good video for that, right? A brief tutorial of importing the DAZ Genesis 8 Mail into Blender with animation by way of the free diffeomorphic add-on. And I think he does mention that he or she, look, I'm making assumptions, but look, why are there 6 dislikes on that, man? He's trying to help you out. Oh, maybe because the... audio, I don't know. But anyway, there's good information there, so you check it out. I'm going to check it out too, so. Yeah, cool. I'm going to check it out as well. Because I'm interested in I'm interested in that as well. I really would like to know how do they even do that, you know? How do they even do it? Let me go ahead and check some. Hold on a sec, guys. Hold on just a second. But yeah, it'll be interesting because I think that he does mention, because, you know, with FBX, you can export animation, and it's part of what DAZ Studio uses if you look at, and I could show you, if I can remember where DAZ Studio, where the DAZ to Blender bridge exports its stuff, if you look at the export folder, you will see that he does a that there is an FBX file in there. So the DAZ to Blender bridge uses FBX, and I think it probably will require FBX. Let me just kind of play around with it though. Man, this isn't working at all, let me tell you. Let's go ahead and Task Manager. We're killing everything. Yeah, close the program. Let's get rid of it. Let me just try it just for shits and giggles here. Let's do File, Export. We're going to do, just put it in here for right now to where I can get to it easy. And we're going to do FBX. And we're going to say, Captain Tanya said, okay. I know it's uncouth to mention, but I've been streaming on Twitch again. No, I don't care. It's fine. I'm not going to worry about that here. I don't really care. It's fine, Kimber. This month, and it's doing wonders for my self-esteem, and I'm kicking ass. Woo! I love to hear it, sister. I love to hear it. Absolutely fantastic. I would say drop your link in chat, but YouTube's very salty about this. It doesn't let you do it. So, and of course in FBX, I don't know what to do here. Animations, figures, props, sub D information, collect textures to folder, no. Merge diffuse and opacity textures, no, leave them alone. Merge clothing into figure skeleton. I think you would want to do this. This connects the figure's clothing to the skeleton. Okay. Convert clothing to static geometry. No. Sub D information. No. Morphs. Yeah. Locks. Animations for sure. Cameras. No. Lights. No. Figures. Yes. Okay. Webfoo's in here and Kimber's in here. Nice to see you today. She is beautiful. Webfoo is in here. All my amazing friends. So what we're going to do is just click accept. We're going to put it in there and then bring in the character, and then he applies diffeomorphic. Like I said, I'd have to go through the process of watching his video because he says it's the best way, and I agree with him. I think now it's absolutely the best way. I just never looked into it because I'm going to do all my animations, and I'm not going to export animations. I'm going to use Mixamo, but Mixamo is easy enough to bring into Blender for any character. I can apply it like quickly to any character. Now you can also apply Mixamo to animation to characters in DAZ Studio, but it works by default fine with Genesis characters, but Genesis 2, Genesis 3, and Genesis 8, you cannot directly apply Mixamo animations, but there is a workaround for that that I know how to do, that I have done. But I'm really not going to use DAZ Studio for animations, so I don't really... But, you know, Dillick, are you interested in, like, using Mixamo at all? Because there's a ton of great free animation on Mixamo, you know? And I do highly recommend it. I very much do highly recommend it, right? So, oh, that put her way back over there. Okay, so it's getting it. So, yeah, there we go. There you go, Jairus Brisk. Check it out. I will say it's hard to get people off of one platform to go to another. It's just general, like, I have tried like to promote across platforms. Unless you have a really, really large community, it's hard to get a significant number of people to go over because they're just on that platform and that's where they want to be. So, so this, it looks like it's working. Oh, you know what may be taking so long, Dilek? You know what may actually be taking so long is that it's actually bringing what it's doing is it's working on each frame of animation. Here, as you see, you can see the current keyframe over here. Or can you see that? Oh, let me see. It might have been fine with diffeomorphic, right? You see right here how it's jumping to the next keyframe? What it's doing is it's loading each frame of animation into the FBX file. So it may have been working okay with diffeomorphic. Diffeomorphic may have been converting each frame into what Blender needed. So it might have been, if I left it alone, it might have been fine. I don't know. It could possibly have been fine, but it's going to take a little while because it's animation frames that it's bringing over. So yeah, what I'll have to do is off stream is I'll just have to run that again and bring the character in using diffeomorphic and just let it run until it's done. Okay. Obviously, the more frames of animation you have, the longer it's going to take. So more than 2,000 animations of Mixo, of course, interested using it. Yes. And it's very easy to use Mixamo animations if you have a specific plugin for Blender called Rococo. If you want to apply it to existing characters, there is a bridge, or there is an add-on from Mixamo directly, Adobe, that allows you to bring characters in from Mixamo, because there's characters you can get from there, directly bring them into Blender fully rigged, and then apply the animations to them. But if you want to apply the animations to characters like this that aren't Mixamo characters, what I use is a tool called Rococo. And I've actually showed it on stream here before. So if I go into Blender, you have, and I don't think I have it installed right now. I don't. I'll have to reinstall it. But Rococo makes it that easy. Literally, it's just silly easy. So I would recommend, if you really, really want to get serious about animation and really want to get good at animation, to eventually, I think you need to just move over to Blender or some powerful Maya, Cinema 4D, especially if you're looking to like become a professional animator. You've got to, you know, mostly like big studios, Disney, that kind of thing, animation studios, they use diffeomorphic, or I'm sorry, geez, maybe they do, but they use like Maya. I think it's like Maya's more industry standard, although you have Cinema 4D. And then like Blender, you got studios that are there's some studios, like there's, I think there's a Netflix series that uses Blender to make their animated show. I don't know what the name of the show is. I don't remember, but there is a show that that uses it. So yes, there is. So here we go, and we're gonna go over here, and yeah, let's check it out. So there we go, and there it is. Okay, beautiful. So I'm gonna try to. Hey, Allura, what's going on? Sister Kimber is here. The team, the gang is all here. Woo! And if you guys don't know, Jairus Brisk did the voice of one of the characters in actually two. He did the communications voice and the voice of Deck Officer Khan in the first episode of the animated visual novel. And I thank him so much for doing that. Awesome to have him in there, and honored to have my friends join me. Allura is, of course, Ming Xiaohuai. If you've seen her, she is one of the members of the MRU team, third in command, and Commander, I portray the second. And Captain Today is the first. Leona Bunny, I don't think I've actually seen her over here, but she's a friend I met from Twitch. So, so yeah. So I think, Dilek, I swear, I think that I would have been fine if I just left diffeomorphic alone. It would have been nice for diffeomorph to say importing animations or something like that, but I swear, I think it would have been okay. I think it would have been okay. We'll see what it looks like with the FBX, and then I'm going to try off stream to do it with what you're saying. So yeah, I mean, it's knowledge, you know, and I can say that I'm doing these tutorials and things like that just to try to put some information out there to help others. Keep my YouTube channel active so that people watch my stuff, and then no, it's fine, man. I'm just sitting here we're talking, man. And look, we've come this far, Dilek. Don't you dare to tell me to quit, man. I'm no quitter, all right? Oh, man. I'm over halfway through. I can't quit it now, man. I've got to go. I'm committed to this one, man. I'm just here talking to you guys. It's a Monday stream. We're testing some stuff out. I've already kind of, you know, did my tutorial stuff. I guess the only disadvantage of doing the tutorial while I'm streaming, unless I actually record the stream, which I should be able to do because I've got a Haas-powerful PC. I think that doing... what I do is I download the stream later, and then I cut it up into my tutorial. The problem is when I download the stream after I've uploaded, I think it's 720p or less. And so it doesn't look as good, right? There we go. You know I'm committed, Dylan. Woo! Oh my goodness, let's talk about this. Let's go and I really need to announce these streams better, you know? I really do need to announce these streams better. Like do a scheduled stream. The difficulty with me doing like is that what they say? They say, woo! That's what they say. That's what I say. Yeah, I think that we'll check this out. I think we would have been fine with diffeomorphic, Dilek. I think if I just imported, I would have been okay. And then it would have put the keyframes on the timeline. I think it would have been fine. Because what diffeomorphic does is it creates this DBZ file. It's kind of like, I think of it as like an interpreter file that tells Blender how to go into the DBZ file, and it tells Blender how to go into DAZ Studio's DUF file and read its contents and convert it to what Blender can use. So obviously the animation information is in the DUF file. So that would probably be in the DBZ file too. Because I think didn't it take a little longer to do the DBZ file? So it's, you know, diffeomorphic's like, okay, all right, there's animation stuff in here. I need to put that in there too. So I think it would have been fine. But I will run a test, and maybe I'll let you know, like stream or something like that. You know, I need to get to 500 subscribers. And the reason I want to get to that milestone is, well, growth. But once you get to 500 subscribers on YouTube, then what happens is you unlock and open up the ability to do community posts, which allows you to post text messages to your community and let them know what's happening and what's going on. And I don't have that ability right now. So if I want to talk to the community, I've got to do it through Twitter or whatever. You know, it's just like I got to do it on a different platform. So, yeah. So that's it. So there we go. And Alora, how are you doing today? It's so good to see you in here, sister. Give her a woo. Woo! Beautiful day in this neighborhood. It certainly is. Right? We like to see it. To the 6 subscribers, I need to find out who the 6 subscribers are on Twitch and tell them to stop. Because it's going to take me forever to get that money. Reach the $100 threshold maybe in 10 years. With 8 subscribers, it was going to take about 5 months to reach the $100 threshold, I think. Wasn't it? I can't remember. I think it was like 5 months. Almost 6 months. To reach the $100 threshold. To where you get paid out. This is the last frame here, Dilek. We got it. We got it, man. There we go. So yeah, I think we would have been fine. Let's come in here, and what we'll do, delete everything over here, and we're gonna go in and import the file, import FBX. And we're going to come into, I think we just put it right here, right? Yes, we did. And we're just gonna import. Now it may take a little bit to do. I'm just gonna let it go, and it will eventually get those frames in there, and it should be okay. So yeah, I think it should be all right. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, hey, please feel free to come in and talk to us. If you're watching the video later as a VOD, thank you so much for checking out the content. I really do appreciate that. I have 16 right now. I am so grateful for every single one of them. I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, I hate this shit, man. Why does it do this? I don't like how... Okay, I have to put the cursor on her. Okay, and now I think we can move in. We can move out like that, and then come in here and go into edit. Something I don't like about the way that Blender works. We're going to go into navigation. Turn these off. Okay, cursor. What the hell, man? How do you get... I never understand why this does this. God. It's so small that, okay, that's messed up. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea. I don't know. I must not have had things... It does import the animation. And she is moving around, but she is so screwed up right now. Considering I just came back to Twitch after over 6 months of being away, I can't believe it. Awesome. I have 16... right. Oh, 16 subscribe. Okay, sorry. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. God. I don't understand, and I don't understand how to fix this. It's something I don't get about Blender. Why can I not just zoom in on the character, you know? And I thought the way they said to fix this is to select the cursor. Maybe as it go, like turning these things off, I thought. Edit, preferences. Anybody know more about Blender than me? Navigation, was it depth? Okay, cursor. There's something I'm not doing right with diffeomorphic, so I don't know. God. I'm trying to work. Yeah, I'm busy working. It's true. Yeah, that's messed up. You know, I really want to figure this out, Dillick. I'm going to go and let it run. I'm determined. I'm determined to figure this out, but I need to watch his video to figure out how to do the FBX method, Halo Reclaimer. But I'm going to just come back in, and we're just going to let this damn thing run. I don't care, man. I'll sit and talk to you guys. But I really want to try to figure this out. Blender, let's see, we just want to go into, close that one, and we're going to go to animation right there. And we're going to don't try to fix it. There are ways to import the right, yeah, there are. There are. But I'm dying now. I'm really curious about this, Dillick. I get fixed on something and like, I have to figure it out, man. I have to figure it out. So DAZ importer, easy DAZ import, and we will go to where we put Captain Sadea. And that's in visual, where she is in the project in the original episode 1, which is right here. And we're going to go to DAZ Studio, and we're going to select characters. Actually, no. Scenes. Scenes, 5, projects, and we got Y. And I'm going to do it, man. I'll just let it run while we're sitting here talking, man. I don't even care. I think it's probably bringing the animation, right? So we'll see. There is a way to do it. I'm not familiar with it because I haven't done it, right? Are you planning to, Dillick, is there some animation you have in DAZ Studio that you would really like to get into Blender? Is that what it is? Do you have some Animate 2 animation, or do you have something you created on the DAZ Studio timeline to bring into Blender? And is that what you're saying? Okay, because I think if and I'm not sure about this, but I think if Animate 2 is active and you're using that timeline, then maybe it would bring in the animation that way. Maybe it would bring in your anablocks, you know? And I don't know. I think it's doing the same thing it did when it was in But you just don't get the interface to know in DAZ Studio, okay, this is what's happening, right? I mean, it did the animation. It just, everything was screwed up, probably because of the way I imported morphs with FBX. I don't know. But yeah, we'll sit here and listen. We'll sit here and wait for this to go. But like I said, if you're new to the channel, hey, please feel free to come in and talk to us. We are a supportive community. Love to get to know you as well. Woo! Put a woo on it. Yes, sir, and yes, man. That's what we do. We put woos on things here. We do. All right? We certainly do. Ah. All right. So cool. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming in here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. I'm continuing to, you can come in here and talk. Feel free, I'm serious, get in here and talk to me. I need to hear your way of sis. Talking and hanging out with me, right? I want to stay in DAZ Studio. Animate 2 is enough for my need. Hey, that's cool, man. You know, and what's cool about Animate 2 is you have all these free anablocks, right? So literally we could strip off Captain Sedea's, not the clothing, okay, get your mind out of the gutter. Let's go and put her into the, I'm not saying you did, like, I'm just being funny, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and zero her pose, zero figure pose, all right? Which should put her back at the origin, all right? I wanna show you. But you already probably know about this. There's some cool, I just need an NVIDIA to announce the 2090 Ti release date so you can give me your 3090, right? I imagine that's why you want to do it. That's the real purpose behind it. You want to donate your 3090 to me. I feel like that's probably why you're saying that, right? How's NVIDIA stock doing? I haven't, everything's tanked, but that's not a bad thing. I hold for the long haul, yeah. So yeah, we got, let's go over Animate 2. We've got all these cool, oh, she can dance. Where is she going? She dances in private. There she is. Genesis 8 female. There she is. Well, dance in place. Sure. Now, why isn't the Animate 2 timeline working? I have some issues with the... Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Why isn't her... Why can't I get it in the timeline? That doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to see how that works out to what I originally paid for it, Jeremy. I don't remember how much I paid for it, to be honest with you. Although I use Genesis 1 and Genesis 2 characters because most of my content is for them. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I don't think I've ever used a Genesis 1 or Genesis 2 figure. I've brought some of their clothing in and morphed it for these characters, but I've never actually used Genesis 2 characters or Genesis 1. Now, why can't I bring their... Of course, that's down 23% overall since the start of the year. Yeah, which I'm sure I'm down. Let me go ahead and save her as a separate asset here. We're going to save the scene, and we're going to go into here, and I will just put her in there and say Captain Tanya Sedea, and we'll go like that and put that there. And I'm going to save it, right? Yeah, I double-clicked on the anablock. It wouldn't come in, Dilek. Sometimes I have problems with Animate 2 timeline. It gets like in a... It locks up and some things on it don't work. Have you ever noticed that? I've noticed that sometimes. I don't understand why it's taken so long to write assets. I don't understand this part. I don't understand why it's taking so long. Actually, you know what I probably should have done? Well, it's too late now. I probably should have just I don't know why I did that. I probably should have done this. It just brought... What I'm going to do is bring her into a blank scene and just, boom, apply an anti-block that way. Yeah, anti-blocks are cool. I used anti-blocks in the first episode of the visual novel. Yes, happened, yeah. Yeah, I get that too. I don't know what the plan is for DAZ Studio 5. It'll be interesting to see what they do with that and what it's going to be like. All right? And how they handle animate moving forward. Yeah, that's what I do too, deal. Like, I wish there was another way to fix it, but I do the same thing. I just restart DAZ Studio. So let's go and say we're going to bring in smart content. Actually, bring in character scene subsets, MRU projects. No, MRU right there. Okay, and who do you want to see dance? Let's see Laura dance. Laura dance. She's the squad pilot, and let's see her dance, right? Of course, she likes to make her appearance known on the stream. There she is, ladies and gentlemen, in all of her glory. Want to come by to say hello to the amazing members of chat here today. Woo! There she is. We're gonna make her dance. Is that okay, Laura? She says, A-okay with me, I'm out. See you later, sister. She's so funny. She's a character, literally. Let's see. We're going to do a, let's do her in, let's get her in her default pose. So we're gonna go pose controls, boom. See how my, gotta bring some stuff up over here. Ah, shit, never mind. Okay, so, she's breaking out of her clothing. Oh, that's probably because it's, never mind. There we go. Jesus, man, she's completely breaking out of her clothing. I have that problem with her. Maybe I shouldn't use her. Laura, you want to see Xiaohui dance? Let's do that. My fave? Which one's? I forgot what we're talking about. Oh, Laura is your favorite. Is Laura your favorite? I think she's rapidly becoming people's favorites. I never intended it for it to be like that. Why she's doing it like that is because that's intended for a Michael 4, Victoria 4. And it also works with Michael 3 too. But here we go. There we go. She's here. Okay. So we could do that. No, that's the wrong one, right? Yeah, that's the wrong one. Those also work for my Michael 4 character. Well, they're female. They don't have a lot of male ones. I don't know why. Oh, I got rid of her. Shit. What did I do? Bring her back in. Oh yeah, Laura is, yeah. I've got comments that you know, from some audience members that says she's hot. That's awesome though. I never intended for it to be that way. It's I don't know. I think she's attractive too. Several people have told, even my uncle said that. My uncle, his comment to my dad showed him the visual novel. And he goes, it takes a lot of talent to do that, and I wish him all the luck in the world. He goes, I'm too old to understand this. I don't think he's too old. I think he's just not in touch with that kind of stuff. But he said, you can press delete. Oh, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, thanks, Dilek. I didn't do that. So it's skipping frames, but that's basically it. So, I mean, you could do some cool stuff. I agree. Animate 2, like walk sequences, it's great, you know? I do have problems with, like, like walk sequences in combination. Maybe it's how I'm doing it in diffeomorphic, or I mean animate 2. I don't know, man. It's still going. Who knows? Yeah, to delete it, you can press to delete an animal, right? And thank you for letting me know that. I appreciate it, my friend. Let's get some music. What? Okay. And I did use anablocks for a sequence, a transition sequence towards the end where they're walking into the conference room and sitting down. I used a combination of anablocks and poses. Like when Sharon sits down and like puts her hands behind her back and puts her feet on the table, that was a combination of a transition between anablocks and a pose that's part of a pose library. So the end part was part of a pose with some modifications. All right, so she needs to be in a pose. And she's got a lot of walk styles. I think the angry walk. Wait a minute. Oh no, these I bought specifically for Michael 3, my Michael 3 character. No. Where's her? Okay, where's the walking? No. I know there's walking for the Genesis 8 female. I thought that's it right there. Where'd all the Genesis 8 female walking go? Walks. No. That's turning left. Oh, I didn't know these were here. Oh shit, I didn't even know these were here, man. I probably could have used this in my visual novel. She's walking, yeah, okay. Man, I could have used that too. And this is for Genesis 8. I didn't know that, man. I don't think I bought those. You know? Pretty sure I didn't buy them. Yeah, maybe I was wrong about the whole diffeomorphic thing. It's like working. But there she is, she's walking. Oh, that's cool. Walk 135 degree. That's what she's doing. Turning around. I always have problems with like continuing like the walk. Oh no, she's not walk start, walk continue. Hold on. We don't need that. Why isn't delete working? It's not working. Should be working, right? Oh, you have to stop the animation probably. It's not working though, man. Why can't I get it off there? Is there a reason? You're walking here. Yes, you are. I'm trying to get this one off. Oh, let's just dump it. There we go. That's another way too. So let's do this. We're gonna bring in just walk. I thought she just had a straight, not walk start and walk stop. Walk styles is not Genesis. No, where'd they go? I swear I had like a list of Genesis 8 walking. Oh, there we go. I think what you would do is need to do this, right? Yeah, okay. So she walks like that. Always had an issue when I was doing... That's it, get it there, right there. Like having her walk. Comes there. Like the transition between walk cycles. I had a, like, maybe it was how I was doing it, I guess. I know that this here is designed to smooth the transition. The more you bring it out, the more it kind of smooths the transition between anablocks, right? Looks pretty smooth there. But yeah, I understand you wanting to use anablocks though, Dilek. I do get that. I do get it, my friend. Woo! Can you search on YouTube for DAZ 3D speech salad? Will it be useful for you? Let me look for it. Now, is speech salad like a lip syncing, like what is it called? Analip? Because there are some very powerful plugins for lip syncing in DAZ Studio, or I'm sorry, Blender, which I plan to use it eventually. So you're talking about like DAZ 3D. Let me look and see what it is here. Speech salad. Oh, it's anablocks for lip syncing. Interesting. On a challenge for myself to solve. Though it is rather simple approach to it. So this person probably did it, and that is their video. Took this on as a challenge for myself to solve my own I hate animating conversations in DAZ and the tools available. Problem, I'm rather happy with the results of my solution, though it's a rather simple approach to it all. It's very effective and fast. I hope it's going to be a great problem solver for a lot of other users too. It's free and even helps you pros make your animations even faster. You won't type much as it's all in the video and graphic below, but I am eager to see what probably not so much as
Hey, can we talk? I opened up Puppeteer and started creating a lot of facial expressions, mouth sounds, and mouth shapes for different syllables and the different words we all speak every day. I also went back into the 32-bit version and recorded single syllable, 4 or 5 syllable, and full sentence structures. So you guys can do quick question answer, action reaction, or full conversations back and forth between many people. Once I'm happy with my Puppeteer
created a script or something.
setups, I simply record by dragging over them while the record function is enabled, and now all of these transitions are laid into my timeline, which once again I can convert into ANI blocks, and I have. Then I repeat this Puppeteer making process for arm movements, head movements, facial transition movements, body sways, etc. Okay, now in Animate 2 I start to layer all the head movements, expressions, and arm movements over the actual speech movements, and we have a DAZ speech spaghetti. Sometimes when A and I blocks conflict, this happens, but it's easy to fix. Simply double click on the subtrack, choose what you want to override over what, and voila, everything's fixed. A lot of the mouth movements are already shaped and labeled as words. A lot of the words can be repurposed for other words,
okay.
and a lot of the random strings can be cropped and cherry picked out of to match whatever it is
He's doing a, oh yeah, it's some kind of plugin, right? Oh, it's just Anablocks. Oh, interesting. So you use the Anablocks and then match them up. Okay, you have certain facial movements for the character, and you line that up with the audio for the characters. Like if you say "to," then you have a movement of the face, and you just place the Anablocks, and it lines up with the audio. How do you get the audio in there to line it up, though? Can you do that in DAZ Studio? I don't, for me particularly, I don't know that it would be useful because I'm moving away from DAZ Studio for animation. And like I was saying, there are some really great plugins that for Blender that handle speech, that do something similar to this. And basically you bring in the recording, and it will you can line up the mouth movements with the recording as you see. Like you can scrub through the audio and then line up the mouth movements with the tool, like right there in the plugin. So I'm going to actually be, but this is, if I was going to stay in DAZ Studio, this would be really cool. This would work really nicely. Yeah, this is awesome, man. I didn't know about it. Thank you for letting me, I'm going to mark this, man. Are you using it, or have you used it, Dilek, at all? Because I think it's pretty cool, man. Let's go and just save. We're going to save this. Let's just bookmark it. Here we go. Done. 32-bit version of DAZ Studio has lip sync tool. Oh, really? That's what I've got. Oh no. Do I have the 32-bit version or 64? So they don't have it in the 64-bit version? That's interesting. I did not know there was a lip sync tool in there either. So that's pretty interesting. I did not know that, wasn't aware of it at all. So that looks pretty smooth. But I had a little notchiness in some of what I was doing. Maybe I wasn't doing things quite the way I should. I think what I was doing is creating my own turns and movements, and I had a little notchiness. I got to figure that one out. But no, that's cool, especially if you're going to be using it for, if you're going to stay in DAZ Studio. I think that's awesome. I just didn't know about the lip sync tool. Where is it located? No, it's just that, okay, yeah, I don't have the 32-bit version. I have the 64-bit version. Interesting. I wonder why they didn't upgrade that. Maybe it has to do with something that's part of DAZ Studio that just they didn't want to import it into the 64-bit version. Interesting. That is interesting, man. I do have the 64-bit version. Is there even a 32-bit? It's old. 32-bit version would be old though, right? I think it would be, right? Yeah, cool. Well, I'll check that out. But yeah, I think we're out of luck on this. I think it's just running forever. Maybe eventually it will probably get the animation in there, but I need to watch that video to figure out how to do it. But it's a good question, Dilek. At least we were able to point you in the right direction, right? Hopefully. And you can check it out. Check out that video. I highly recommend it. But at least it seems like it does what it needs to do. But I think that, what is it? I think that, Diffeomorphic has a, yeah, I'm just not going to be doing it in the future, but, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. And I'll go ahead and end the stream here. But thank you guys so much for coming by. I probably will do another stream. I don't know if I'll be able to spend this evening and probably tomorrow working on Windows Pans lip sync. Okay. Is that some kind of lip sync tool? But there's a... I think I locked up my system there. Yeah, I'm just going to forget that. I don't think that's going to work. At least it's not going to be very practical for what I'm trying to do. But yeah, I'm going to be using lip sync and Blender, so I won't have much. Probably won't really get into it in DAZ Studio. But that's cool to know. It's awesome to know, my friend. I'm going to work on editing. I'm going to try to get a tutorial out. It's really going to be hard for me to stick with the tutorial every week. It's going to be tough. And the reason that I say that is because I don't know. I'm working a lot on my visual novel. And when I try to do, in a week, I try to do streams and tutorials. It takes a while to get those tutorials set up and the videos. And so it takes away from my ability to do the visual novels, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to try to stick to that schedule, and I think I have enough to do at least some kind of tutorial video. And what I wanted to do is I had a member that suggested, a viewer that suggested that I set up a, he wanted to know the comparison. I think I talked about this earlier. He wanted to know the difference between a comparison of if you, like, why do you want to move away from DAZ Studio into Blender? So I thought what I would do is create a video and really go through the reasons that I want to do that. Like, why do I want to move away from DAZ Studio? And really talk about the animation in DAZ Studio and compare it to what I can do in Blender. And I think there's some pitfalls, there's some issues, there's some bugs in DAZ Studio that I ran into that really created problems for me. And it's just the power of what you can do in Blender. So, and I'll kind of like show that to give the, and I think that's probably good. I just haven't had time to work on that tutorial because it'll take me a little time because I really want to go in depth with that. Like I did with my video I did on comparing DAZ, the DAZ to Blender bridge to diffeomorphic. So, hey, thank you so much, Dilek. I appreciate it. Laura, thank you for being Xiaohua. I do appreciate it. And if Kimber is out there, thank you so much for coming by too. Thank you so much for that $10 donation. Totally didn't need to do it, and you don't need to subscribe to the or do the Patreon. I'm just thankful to have you as a friend and on this journey, right? Have a good evening and rest of the week, Commander. Woo! Absolutely. Wenfu, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing rest of your week. And that would be cool. Awesome, awesome. Well, and I hope you guys have a amazing rest of your week. And we'll see you in the next video and the next stream. Take care, everyone. See you later. Woo! Have a good week.